Ahoy, crypto pirates. What are you smoking?
Not hopium.
Is that a blunt? Are you depressed, bro? Bro. Wait. Are you is it your big payday bag that you're all upset about? Yeah. I know.
I'm a little bummed out right now. If I had to tell the truth.
You're gonna be all right, bro. If you're feeling like DC, if you're crying over your spilt bags, we've got hope for you guys. We've got hope. We're gonna talk to you about why this is okay, why it's a good thing, and why you don't need to cry. Right, DC?
Yeah. I mean, why did the OA have to go and fucking do that, dude?
Why do you OA have to do that? The big bad mean old OA come and get you and take your big payday bag.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I've been here since the beginning and stuff, and I've been staking like a good boy. And he goes and messes up my year one stakes.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about why that's okay, buddy. Let's talk about why that's going to be okay.
Why is it okay? Why?
Well, first of all, remember all the stuff we talked about, all the hopium about the OA? Remember that?
Yeah.
About OA being a what and not a who, and not being a place for Richard to, emergency exit the project or scam out or rug pull or any of that stuff. Remember that? All that talk?
I remember.
Okay. Well, the OA moved today. And it moved in favor, believe me, in favor of hexagons, of the staker class. Yeah. Did you get that?
I got that.
Okay.
But I'm a staker too, and I had stakes on that first year, and that shit hurt worse than a boo-boo, man. That hurt.
It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, because what happened is the OA put some stakes in, and it did what a lot of us have talked about in the early days about, hey, maybe if the OA stakes, maybe if it emergency end stakes, maybe if it does something, because who did this really piss off? Who did this really piss off?
Losers.
Losers. There you go. It pissed off
Traders.
the losers. Traders. Traders that mess with the traders, right? Who else did it? Who else did it fuck up? The shorters.
Scammers.
The scammers. They can all kiss our ass now, right? Because if you didn't stake long, if you didn't stake hard, if you didn't take advantage of the share price when it was low, boy, you're sad right now, right?
Yeah.
But wait a minute, DC, wait a minute, there's hope. Don't you have a stake 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Don't you have a stake 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Don't you have a stake 10 years from now?
Yeah, I got a lot of 10.
Don't you have a Quattro Cinco out there at 5,555 days?
Yeah, I FOMO'd. Yeah, I got them.
You do, don't you? Well, guess what? That means you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's going to be okay. God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Stakers rejoice. The OA has spoken. All of you people who thought you were going to exit scam and get the hell out and dump on us.
That was my rendition of a shitcoin trader.
A shitcoin trader. Man, did you see Twitter, bro? Did you see all of the crybaby crap on Twitter?
Bro. It was, I mean, I was getting my phone. I was at work like 6 feet into a trench and my phone's like brr, 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 brr. Like, what the hell did someone die? Did the OA die? Well, what happened? No, it's alive.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're saying in the chat room, they're saying, where did the OA touch you? Dollar cost. Where did it touch you?
I can't.
Can you show us on the coin where it touched you?
Yeah. Well, actually, I can't show you that.
How about your Jesus? Can you break out your Jesus and show us on the Jesus where
my Jesus, bro.
the OA touched you?
If this is me. Oh, yeah, it's green screen. Cool. That's green. Yeah.
Oh, is it green?
Here, it touched me here in the hole.
Oh man, Oscar nomination for DC, please. Yeah, thanks, Hex Monkey.
I want the Emmys, the Tonys, everything, man.
I want to do. We were gonna try and get a couple of Hexicans in here tonight, but we want to talk about the OA moving and how do you know? I talked earlier about it today and how I felt about it. How do you feel about that, bro? I mean,
about.
The OA moved. It did something. It did something that we talked about it doing. You know, we're like, oh, you know, how many times did we say, oh, wouldn't it be cool if the OA did this or the OA did that? And then we all thought the OA is just benevolent. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there stagnant.
Yeah,
but it moved.
Yeah, then it moved. I mean, well, honestly, the first thing I did, literally, like, there's 2 people I called. Okay, 2 people I called on my phone, covered in dirt. This is what I did, okay? I called you and I called Kinetics. I was laughing like a witch. Like I was dying, dude. It was so funny. It's just something we've been speculating for so long. You know, we said, but to tell you the truth, what I had originally thought was it was going to do like a quick stake and an emergency end stake to like as a bonus and stuff, which is still in the cards. I think that may be possible one day. I mean. You can't take anything off the table now, you know. But by doing this, they have really taken a lot of the traders' incentives out of here.
What's that? Well,
I'm sorry.
It's not even traders, bro. Look, it's like. This isn't trading, so you can stuff your chart up your ass, all you traders. Right. Getting an airdrop on a crypto that you put in a stake and doubling your coins or tripling your coins or whatever. You got trapped is what happened.
Yeah.
And if you thought that by doing that you're just going to make a quick, easy, $2 on your $1. on top of Hexagon's heads, and you fucking misplayed your hand. You did. And I'm glad. I'm glad because it was an easy, everybody was talking about price go down because what was obvious, right? What was obvious? Obvious was people are going to get in and dump the price. Hey, just seen a Ninja Guinea come in. Yep. And thanks. I meant traders. Death to the traitors. I mean traders. And that was Hex Alt Ed just dropped a Ninja Guinea on the Discourse Syndicate. Nice. Oh, Dlive's mom is hosting us. Thank you, Dlive's mom.
Thank you.
You guys go check out Dlive's mom. She's got a cool channel, and I think she's shooting for 1,000 subs. So
go help her out. Yeah.
So get over there and follow Dlive's mom. She's awesome, and I think I could say this. He says it all the time anyway. That's Joker's mom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She's cool. Joker's mom. So all you guys who love Joker and what he does for the Hex community, go follow Dlive. Oh, and she's a Hexican too, by the way. He staked her Hex today. So she got staked today. So Dlive's mom, welcome to the family. You're part of the Hexican generation here. And so we got Dlive's mom.
I just followed her right now. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then so Hex Monkey, check Hex Monkey, check your Telegram, bro. Wow. And then Gary, yes, give me a few. We're gonna bring Monkey on for a minute, and then we'll roll.
Oh, Jesus, what the ninja?
What? Hold on a second. I'm not down there yet. I wanted to say thank you for the diamond to Faded Crypto. Faded Crypto, you having a nice night, bro? Silver the Antidote made a good point about the OA staking. It can be that the OA needs to level the system in order to create longevity. That's exactly what we've always been talking about. The OA has that ability. So it's a what, not a who. It's a what, not a who. It can make things better for the staker class, right? You're getting the award for best soy boy performance. Arsenic LP just donated 1 diamond. Changing lives. Keep up the good fight. Motley Investor just dropped a Ninja Guinea. Support Joker's mom, everyone. Yes, support Joker's mom. And Dlive's mom donated a jet. Oh my good. Dlive's mom, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And she's awesome. I've gone in there and watched her stream, and she's got a good group of people in there. So go check out Dlive's mom, everybody. Thank you for the Ninja. We really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you know what? I know that Joker staked you, right? Because I taught him just the other day. He got in and he actually got himself a spot on the wheel, and he got all fired up, and he had me sit down with him and fix his stakes because he had stakes. And I'm going to say this probably one last time while you still have a chance. He had stakes that were ending early. Like a lot of people were waiting for that big payday and some early. And he was asking me about them, and I explained them to him and what those shares were going to be worth after big payday and what those shares would be worth if he was to stake them out longer. And emergency end stake them because they were like 60, 70, 80% done, something like that. And so I said, hey, we'll emergency end stake those. And so he did. And after he did that, he realized what he had done because he looked at the staking app and saw his stakes and what they would look like. And he did some math on the returns. And he was forever grateful for helping change his life because, his stakes would have been worth, squat versus now the stakes that he did put out there at Cuatro Cinco. And now he's got a couple of more that he's going to put in this week. So we converted Joker, and Joker staked for his mom. So I know he did them right for you, Dlive's mom. I know that you got staked properly. Motley, again, thanks for the Ninja Guinea, bro. Everyone go follow Dlive's mom, Dlive's mom, Dlive's mom, raid.
She needs 110 more followers to get 1,000 followers.
Guys, look, we got 294 people here on Dlive. Do me a favor. Push Dlive's mom over the top right now. Just go follow her real quick. If you get value from Discourse Syndicate, we get value from all of our community is coming together right now. And we need people like Dlive's mom. She's part of the Dlive community. She's been working it for a long time. And she's getting ready to hit her numbers to hit 1,000 followers. So go out there and make it happen for her. Show her what the Hexkins can do. Make that happen for her tonight, guys. I know you guys can do that. In fact, it should be done right now. You guys should have it done right now.
It's really easy too, you guys. So you see where the Dlive chat is. Go all the way up, and it says Dlive's mom. Just click right there over her crown.
Yep.
It'll instantly take you to a magical portal.
And you just follow, and then you could come back and hang out with us. Just do that real quick, though. All right. So Arsenic LP just donated a diamond. Thank you. You're changing lives. Keep up the good fight. Thank you. That is awesome to hear stuff like that. Heartfelt stuff. Thanks. What a dope mom, dude. There's Spanish Hex Show live right now. Check my Twitter. Hey, yeah, if you guys check Wall Hex's Twitter, and if you're Spanish speaking, we've got what's his name? Talk on it. Why did I forget his name? Horrible with all these names. Anyway, I know that's his link. You go to his Twitter, and he has an awesome stream. I actually go sit on it. I can't understand everything, but I'm trying to learn Spanish. So
I should go on there, man. I can speak Spanish.
Yeah, why don't you go on there and help out?
Yeah. Send me a link and stuff. Yo puedo brincar ahí por un ratito y podemos hablar un poquito de Hex y todo eso lo que está pasando ahorita.
Órale.
Órale, cabrón. Órale.
Firme. Let's see.
I'm a Renaissance man.
I am a Hexican now. Yes. Sassy redhead. Oh, sassy redhead. I'm learning it through Joker. Yes, Joker is he knows what's going on. Dirty money and pack money.
Mr. Wicks mejor en español.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a really cool. Dlive's mom has a really cool square. Let us know if you hit your number yet, Dlive's mom. Let's see, Dirty Money Bot. Vamos, pinche playa.
That's a cool gift. Dlive's mom.
Yeah, that is.
That's pretty cool.
Cute as a damn button too. Let's see, Dlive's mom. That's funny. That's a Ninjagini without a Ninjagini. Under DCC, I heard OA is going to start. Okay, DC, I heard the OA is going to start a sneaker brand with the interest from staking today. Quite the sneaker.
Yeah, man. The sneaker's gonna be called back to the past because I wish I could get more of that Hex.
Randy said, I was on YouTube. What the fuck? It's so boring. Dlive for the win.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they make it cool. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right. So let me jump over here. I need to watch you know what? I can't for some reason get our restream chat to pop up. Let me see if I could try that one more time here. The restream chat, because that shows me all the chats.
Dlive's mom is 75 followers away from 1,000. You guys, come on,
guys. We got enough people in here to get her over that. All of you in YouTube, come on over to Dlive and give Dlive's mom a follow. Let's see here. All right, so we got somebody in the green room here that we want to bring up. He's been with us before. He's a Hexican. Ooh. And got one of the cool names. And let's bring him up. This is a Hex Monkey. Hex Monkey, what's happening, dude?
What's up, you guys? Been a while since I've been on. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's a pretty wild day. I thought about crying at first, like DC, but
Yeah. I was never. I think I've been talking for the last few weeks about how your stupid little big payday bag is going to mean nothing. Is going to be nothing to your shares, nothing to your Genesis shares in the future.
Yeah. Love that.
It's those of you who staked for 1 year and didn't emergency end stake like I told you. I fucking told you.
Tony Montana
look at that shit and do it right. Do it right. Don't do what everybody else is doing out there. Do it fucking right.
And to be fair, it does hurt us a little. Even the long-term stakers is just not that much compared to the value of the shares you have. So it's
nobody was guaranteed that number they were looking at for the last.
Yeah, right.
Months.
That's true.
That number wasn't yours. You were looking at it like
Right.
it was yours. All you freaking salivating motherfuckers out there that were looking at that number in that stake app like it was yours. It wasn't yours. It never was yours. It wasn't going to be yours. And we even talked to Kyle like in the first few months, and Kyle told us, you may double your bag. You might double your bag. Now, how true is that looking now? How true is that looking? Right?
Oh,
So
fuck. What the fuck?
What?
God
Damn, there's more dolphins. There's more fucking wallet Scott.
Exactly. Yeah, the dolphin class grew.
all the sea
The
life
shark class shrunk.
My
I mean, the whale class. I mean, everything's. Hey, you know what? But it's going to change. It's going to change.
Right.
You
Plus, if
are.
you think about it for weeks or months, people are continually commenting like, why is the stake percentage so small? It doesn't seem right. Why not more? Well, now there's a little bit more, so don't.
And now everybody's like, stop it.
It's like
Stop
some of
it.
the
You're
other,
embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassing yourselves. We've been talking about this game for a long time, guys. We've been talking about the long game for a long time. We've been talking about how we are not going to allow traders to come in here and fuck with. Did you guys actually think that Hex was going to let traders come in here and foot it down and short it and do all that? No.
The dolphin.
It's not.
This is the OA right now. He's like, all I want to do is be a dolphin. All I want to do is be a dolphin.
A dolphin pod, you mean?
A dolphin pod.
A dolphin pod.
don't get too attached to your level either. You know, that's just for fun. It's like if you could upgrade, you could downgrade. That's based on the stake percentage.
That's for FOMO purposes, you know.
Yeah.
So now this is about the long because here's the other thing, guys. Here's the other thing. If you're staked properly, see, all the rewards are there. All the rewards are in place, but everybody's looking at them in the wrong place. They weren't in your big payday. The rewards are not in your big payday. All you motherfuckers that were talking shit about your long stakes and your strong hands, your oh so strong hands that you all had. When RG3 told you, yeah, bullshit. You guys are bitches. You're all going to start yanking 555s out. You're going to start yanking 10 years out. When you see Hex pumping and mooning, you're going to yank that shit, and you're going to have weak little hands. End of story, period.
Yeah.
I told you that. And I told you your big payday. Don't worry about your big payday. This is a long game, man. Come on. You guys have been watching enough Richard streams. You've been listening to enough of it. In between the lines, guys, he's always laid it out there. This is a fucking long game for people who have strong hands. Those are the ones that are going to benefit. Those of you who help Hex become what it wants to be and what crypto needs and deserves, those of you who can do that are going to be rewarded. The rest of you are going to cry about your bags. The rest of you are going to get wrecked. The rest of you are going to leave and trade in your good shares, your Genesis shares for the first big giant pump you see. And then just like Bitcoin, you're going to be Genesis Squid. I love that name. So just like Bitcoin, when they sold at the $3 top, like I'm out of this motherfucker. I'm rich. Yep. Look where they're at now. Look where they're at now. And that was only 10 years, guys. That was only 10 years what Bitcoin did.
Yep.
Imagine what Hex can do.
This is just another example of like how many times this year, a lot of us, something would happen and at first glance, it's like, oh, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense. That's bad. But then the more you study it under the surface, like, oh, I see what's going on here. It's things are not always what they seem.
All I want to do is be a dolphin. Man.
Hey, thanks for the ice cream. Dank noodle news. I like that. Dank noodle news.
What's the exact number of days that we can actually stake and still get the big payday bonus with these Genesis shares that we all can create right now?
You just have to stake past the big payday.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just burping a little bit. So
be staked for the entire duration of the of the big payday. So that would be November 20th UTC.
Yeah, you have to be staked after big payday.
Yep.
You can stake right now and get your big payday.
No, I'm not saying that. Just for people that are like because right now the move is to emergency. Well, if you want to, no financial advice. You can emergency and stake some of those 1 year stakes. And
again, we're just talking about Hex. We're not talking about money.
No, I know. I know, but I'm just like I don't want to also like make anyone feel uncomfortable to like unstake something they don't want to unstake. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's look to the next couple of nights, the next couple of days, the share price is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's only gone down 10% in the last 350 days, 349 days.
We're at 82% of a penny. Do you remember how long we were stuck at like 22%? We're 4x from those times, man. I'm gold grown.
How long? We've been doing this for freaking
since like last December.
11 months.
11 months, yeah.
That's not a long time in anything. In crypto, maybe,
yeah.
You know, and especially when you're talking about it every day, or you're on the stream every day, listening to it, and analyzing it, and all that kind of shit.
I had a epiphany I wanted to share, and
let's hear it, Hex Monkey.
You know, maybe this will offset some of the worries people had that didn't quite understand today. It's like everybody knows about emergency end staking and what it is, and we had a lot of examples of that already, right? But if you think about it, think how good that's going to get after big payday, because the penalties you get are other people's interest when they emergency end stake, right? Well, what's that what are those emergency end stake penalties going to contain? Interest. And what is included in there now? BPD bonus. So think about like if someone emergency end staked 1 million hex today, think about the small percentage of interest that you inherit to them, that staker class. Well, after big payday, that 1 million might be 2 million, let's say. If they emergency end stake, you're going to get that 2 million. Whereas before, maybe you would have gotten 50, 100,000 or whatever. So the penalties are even become bigger than you.
I think, yeah, because the interest in the system doesn't disappear. It just gets transferred. Yeah. And people always forget this too. Some people are like, I've heard some people say like, why does the OA get 50% of the interest, right? That just increases the APY.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting two bonuses, right? So you're getting the emergency end stake bonus for being in the staker class. Cool. Now you get like, cool, it's a sweetener. It's a nice sweetener. And it's a big sweetener, especially the longer your stake is. But then on top of that, the OA is over there increasing your APY over time as well, which is pretty nice. So it just all compounds to make the longer stakes really paying you more, you know?
Yep. So Bob Saget just donated a diamond. Thank you for the diamond. He says EES and went longer last week after watching. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations. Now you probably look at your stake board there and you go, wow, I really did myself some good there. And you didn't get jammed up like everybody else did right now, who's sitting on short stakes, hoping for that big payday to make them some.
Yeah, but it's like it blew my mind when I realized that the amount of penalties that are going to be included in an emergency end stake interest distribution are about to be way higher. It's like, holy crap, y'all.
Yep. Let's see. Where's that? Lee Super Saiyan X. What's that? I got my cheeks clapped today on the ranking. Yes, you did. Everybody got their cheeks clapped on the ranking. He always said it. Just made a clip here. Watch. Oh boy. Let's see what that is. Thanks for the lemons, guys. Hex Shark.
Lemon fight.
Mr. Wick for the ice cream. Let's see.
The Genesis squid. He's laughing. Beautiful. But so Hex Monkey, I have a question for you actually. So what was I'm trying to remember because dude, I talked to so many people about Hex and everything, but what was your strategy for Hex? Like did you use ladder or
lemon fight? Fight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The way it is now, like I went through a first phase where I did it one way and then I went, whoa, I gotta improve this a bit. So,
Right.
when people have straight jobs, like I do, usually get a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So for a lot of people, that's the normal. So I set up a stake every 2 weeks for 15 years.
Beautiful.
So it's as if it's just
An income ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, because that's actually a topic I really wanted to talk about today. But usually when I say this, you did it the right way because you're here right now. You're staked. You're getting the big payday bonus, and obviously because you don't need a lot of hex on that income ladder for it to turn into a lot of hex, man. Because like even like what was it like? Let me just do the math real quick, just so I got it right here. Just okay. So a 5,000 hex stake 5 years from now, right? Just 5,000 hex, a 5-year stake. It's like 100K, 125K of hex, right? So you could set your really big stakes for those special events, maybe once a year, once a quarter. But you could obviously, whatever if the price is how it is right now, that's not bad. You could, especially if you set it up every 2 weeks, that's a decent amount of income, in hex.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of gas fees and paying attention and stuff. If I did it over maybe once a month, would have been fine, or less. But that's the way I did it.
No, yeah, but to tell you the truth, I mean, this was pretty bad. I did this for a while. Everyone always shits on me for this, but in the beginning, like I did a lot of daily stakes. Yes, I did. I did a bunch of daily stakes because I was like, I always wanted to have the ability to like move around and and do everything like that. But it's it's a-okay, because those stakes obviously they're going to be a pain. Those stakes are going to be a pain in the ass for the first 2-3 years, But man, after year 4, 5, and 6, I'm not going to care. I'm going to love them. It's.
I remember you mentioned the everyday stakes, and I'm like, well, that's hardcore. That means you're immune to all game theory exploitation, like whatever anyone does.
Literally, yeah. I had to stop that, and I went to like how everyone kind of did it with like a monthly or because the ones that I feel are a little too hardcore for me are the 1-year stakes. Just one stake per year. That seems like you can really mess yourself up long term because something might make you emergency end stake. Where
if you have a solid ladder,
Yeah, if you have a solid ladder, but it all depends on the person, right? Because there's some people that like someone like Wasabi, right? If Wasabi told me, hey, Litecoin, or hey, hey DC, I'm just doing 15 stakes, and that's it. I actually would believe him because he's that type of person. But there's some other people that I've talked to that tell me like, yeah, I'm just doing 1 stake a year. Like those guys are not. I was like, bro, you're gonna emergency end stake that thing, dude. So that's why I typically recommend at the very least maybe 4 stakes a year, quarterly. But especially the more I think the person's psychologically can't hold on to that, I would probably just recommend monthly or every 2 months or something. So the more stakes you have, the more they get like you can handle it, you calm it down. And then because I like what you did there, you did an income ladder. Then from there, all the other hex you just essentially you put those big chunks for like special events, and then you have something to look forward to in that you can play around with. But for
me, it was a comfort level. Like I've gotten paychecks all this time, and then now it's kind of a similar pattern. So it reduces overthinking. Like it just happens. It's regular. It's like dollar costing.
So there's like 3 kind of ways, and mathematically they can probably be worked out, and somebody can mathematically tell me what's better.
Yeah.
But I think that there's kind of 3 different types of staking ladders.
Yeah.
Income staking ladders to make passive residual income.
Yeah.
So you have like your 6 months to a year stake. Some of those people would like to put it in 6 months out and start realizing and then just rolling over interest or 50% or whatever they want to do, whatever their number is for rolling over. They, take gains and then roll the other over 6 months or a year out. You got that kind of short stack. Then you have a stack that maybe is 5 years long, and you roll it out 5 years, and then you continue to just boom, you dump on top of it. So now you're going out 6 years, 8 years, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're just rolling that a longer period, which makes your stack bigger, of course.
Yeah.
But if you have, it depends on how much hex you have, of course, because it gets diluted as you stretch that that out, but you do make bigger gains. So you kind of like you crescendo into your larger gains, and then create even bigger ones after that. Or you can do what Hex Monkey did and stretch his out 15 years so that you crescendo in a lot slower. But when you get to that 7, 8, 9, 10 to 15 year, you're picking up momentum, and now you're really growing, because he's probably going to do the same, take his, early gains and roll them into past 15 years is my guess.
So this is a caveat. People always forget about this too, right? Sure, in the beginning, right, of that income ladder, for maybe like the first 5 years, right, that income ladder, you're probably spending all of it if it actually truly is an income ladder, right, for personal income. And that's why you have the bigger stakes there for the investment, obviously, to increase your share rate over time, because those 1, 2, 3 year stakes that come out, you can just stake those out longer and your share rate will increase, which is kind of nice. So if you don't need the money, that's what I'm saying. At a certain point, once, let's just say around year 4 or 3, those monthly stakes or every 2 week stakes get so big enough that you're like, dude, I can just live on one of these. And then you start staking the other stake for longer. That's where, holy crap, you start exponentially gaining, where you have truly like recurring income at that point, And it could come for you maybe at year 3. 2. I mean, who knows? I mean, it all depends on whatever the hex price does in its USD value, but just trying to calculate that out on the hex side with the multiples, it gets pretty lucrative pretty quickly after a while,
Yeah, and it's, people have exercised a lot of creativity in setting up the stakes, but there's also a lot of interesting options to exit them. Like you can exit, sell, take the money. That's the simple one. Or you can exit and restake, or you can play with good accounting. If you do some stuff there. I mean, you can good accounting and wait a year. Depends on the volatility and stuff. Or you can end stake but not sell it and just kind of hold it, because then, depending on your circumstance, there's a lot of strategy that can go into exiting down the road too. Definitely.
But I really liked the RG strategy and stuff, because he put a couple stakes out there as, in break in case of emergency stakes. If he doesn't need them, perfect, because that's a big chunk of change. But if he does need them, he has them there, because some guys have these huge stake, huge gigantic stake, right? Let's just say 1 million hex out 10 years or something. And let's just say something happens. What about 7, 8 years from now? Something happens and you really need the cash, but you only needed a smaller portion of that, but you have to unstake the whole thing. So splitting it up a little bit might not be a terrible idea. You can use emergency unstakes as a strategy as well, which, and I know that's like against the religion, but it's Hex Jesus talking to you now. So I'm telling you, the rules are still being written.
It's okay. You can ask for
an actual emergency, especially,
Well, or a big pump. I mean, who wants to miss out on if Hex is floating around, 50 cents, 30 cents, 20 cents, whatever, and all of a sudden it pumps up one summer to, after 7, 8 years from now, and you've got a big stake that's already past 50% done, and you see it pump up to $5. Are you not going to take one out? Right? Aren't you going to take one out or something and say, you know what? Yeah. I'm still going to play my long game, but I got one here, because I have 10 sitting there. My Quattro Cinco staking wall is what I call it. You got your Quattro Cinco staking wall, and you can grab one and say,
in 5 years, RG3 is going to be on the syndicate. I told you, you fuckers, 5 years ago.
Of course I will. Of course I will. Look, you know what? I learned from Richard, and he's always said that this is the long game, and you got to play it long. And you don't know how. I mean, you got to read between the lines. You guys don't realize how high Hex can go. He says how high it could go. He built it to go 10,000x, but that's a conservative. He's talking conservatively. Bitcoin has done 1 million plus X, 1 million plus X, and it sucks. I'm sorry, Bitcoin sucks. Yes, it gets its props. I'm not saying that it sucks because it, did what it did. And I'm saying that it's not a good crypto product. Hex is much better. Hex is much better. Hex blows its doors off because you can't get interest off of your damn Bitcoin, So freaking listen, guys. It's the long game. You got to play the long game. And how are you going to play the long game? Looking at the future and looking at your weak ass and what you're going to want to do in the future.
Right.
Come on. I'm telling you, you're going to, if you got 100,000, laid out there, 5 times, you got $100,000 at Moons, year 8, Hex Moons. And you're like, you know what? I gotta see some gains on this. You see the chart do this, right? Chart does this.
Hockey stick. Bam.
What do you know is going to happen? What do you know is going to happen? Whenever anything goes up like that, it usually comes back down a little bit, right? Hex has done that a few times. We've seen that happen. What are you going to do? Well, I've got one emergency, one Quattro Cinco out there. Why would you just have one out there if you can have a bunch where you can say, you know what, I'll take this one or these 2. And then you're still out there. You're still out there, and you haven't sinned. You haven't sinned. You just looked at the menu, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got some gains, and you're still in the game. You're still in the game.
What's that Amish tradition and stuff where like debauchery happens and stuff, like they send the kids out and stuff? Ramadan, not a Ramadan, but it's like Ramskickle. I can't remember. In the Amish community, they have this tradition where like they let the kids go buck wild for 1 year, and then they decide whether they want to come back to the Amish community. That's what an emergency end stake is. But you just can't go full retard. You just can't go full, like you just can't go off that direction,
A retarded end stake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people are going to do it. People aren't going to prepare. That's what this is. We've had the last year to prepare your stakes, get yourself ready for, what's about to happen. Right now, people who are just getting in, you're dollar costing yourself into this more than likely. And that's a strategy. The early strategy is over with. And I don't want anybody to feel bad about missing, the first year of launch here. You're still in at the beginning. You're still in at the beginning. And even after big payday, when the share price, I mean, literally you have a couple of days to make sure that you're getting this share price right now. This is a big fucking deal. Share price right now should be all that's on your mind right now. Your staking strategy should be figured out. And if it isn't, you should figure it out real quick, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Think about the long term, what you're going to do. Think about your age. Think about what you need in life, and think about how much you're putting in it. I mean, if it's got to be, I always say this, it's got to be, it's got to fit in your life where it's you're not, going all in on crypto. Cryptos go down 80-90%. You always say that too. So you've got to be able to handle that. You got to be able to handle that.
And there seems to be a lot of newbies in the chat today and recently, but especially today. And some of them are just trolling and causing shit, but a couple of them seem sincere and
yeah. I mean, we're gonna get that here on Dlive because there's a bunch of fucking idiots on Dlive. I'm sorry, there is. I've seen some of their streams. I've seen some of the guys coming in and out, posting stupid shit on the chats. Whatever. That's
but for those few of you maybe listening now that are genuinely like, oh my god, I missed it. I was gatekept. I didn't know about it. Just take a deep breath and go read the layman's guide, and you still have, at least a day where if you don't know exactly what to do, take one of the default suggestions that DC was talking about earlier, like 1 per year for X number of years, and make it 5 or 10 or whatever. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah. And then you can finesse it later, No, definitely. It's not too late.
Yeah. And don't feel too bad about your 3-year stakes or something. So let's just say the 3-year stakes come out and everything, and you take some profit, and then you have some there. If you ladder it out, or you push it out to 10 years, you can have the same amount of shares or more, depending on how much you take profit on. That's the beauty. That's the whole beauty of the system too. Is you can take out just enough where if you stake out the leftover to 10 years, you're like, boom, I have my share rate, nice. Or if you don't need that much, or you're happy with what you took out, maybe you take less and you stake it out to 10 years, boom, you're winning. You're up in shares. Because man, those shares, man, Those shares. Those shares.
Yep, those
Even
shares.
more so if you're coming in now. Like
My cup runneth over with shares right now.
And what's funny is that you know, a lot of people are feeling doom. I just heard somebody posted in the chat here that the Hex main chat in Telegram is freaking going crazy. There's fucking tears everywhere, you know. And but look, here's what you got to know. Hex is a long game. Anybody in Hex, these first 2 years is in early. Period. End of story. If you got in the first year, you got in the first few months, you FOMO'd on day one, all that kind of stuff, you're fucking a legend. You're a legend. You've got Genesis shares. You probably got some good stakes out there. You've probably got a good bag. You are a legend. You're going to end up being a Hex whale or a shark or a dolphin. You're part of the freaking beginning of it. Every crypto has that. Every successful crypto has that. Period, guys. Look at all the top, 1,000 wallets in every crypto. Those fucking bags are big. Those people who got in early, who did it first, are big. And there's no difference here in Hex. But Hex is the best crypto that crypto is ever going to see up until now. I don't know there could be a crypto that comes out that's better than Hex, does something different, whatever. But Hex is going to be top dog for a while. And
quite a while, sir.
Quite a while. And we're going to climb the ladder. This next year is going to be a climb up that ladder and taking market share. We're going to be still in market share right now. Those top 5, they're over bloated. And that is going to come into a real product. No more projects. No more sitting around waiting for them to moon and pump and institutional money come in and all that shit. People are going to realize that they're going to make more crypto by staking Hex. So they're going to get their bags and they're going to start dumping them in here. You watch. And that's what's going to happen next year. That's how it's going to look. That's what our next year is going to look like. It's going to be crypto money coming in, outside money coming in. We're going to bring popularity back to crypto because it's the real deal. It's good. It's good for your health. Hex is good for your health. This other crypto is fucking bad shit, man. It's bad news. Give people strokes and heart attacks over the last few years. Shit's bad. Yeah. Now there's something good in crypto, and we got our hold of it. We got in early. So if you're getting in before the share price kind of triples, I guess. Yeah. Which will be in a day or two, in a couple days. If you get in before it triples, you fucking won, man. You won. You got in and you won. Oh, yeah. So enjoy that. Get in and stake properly. Stake long. Stake, what you're comfortable for you, and stake long, and sit back and enjoy the fucking show, because that's about what's going to happen the next couple of years is a show.
Right. And once this whole big payday thing is done, and then everything's paid out and everything past the 20th, we got to look out to the future now. Now, just because you got I know those Genesis shares. Those Genesis shares are beautiful. I will always love them. They're going to be always in my portfolio. But I want more shares. I want more. Because I'm greedy. We're all greedy. So, you obviously, depending on what it is, there's going to be better times to buy or whatever. But when you buy, can you imagine if you average like 1 share a day for the next 10 years? That sounds like a lot of work and stuff, but you can get to like that dolphin status, and it's still possible. It's still so early. What in Bitcoin's timeline, like what was Bitcoin at 2 years, 3 years? It was nothing. That means we're still like at this part of the stage. We're still on the ramp up, man. Because it didn't get spicy until year 5, man. And those 5-year stakes are coming due.
Yeah, drop.
Yeah, the long game continues. You can still acquire post big payday.
Yep. Yeah, and Hex isn't going to stop. It's not going to stop doing what it's doing. It's not going to stop gaining popularity after the AA is over. In fact, Hex has a lot more room. It's got longer legs after that. You guys, I don't think everybody realizes what is about to happen. Hex is about to fucking catch its wind and start really running and get in its stride and move. It's been held back right now. It's been gatekept by every fucking organization out there. It's been fudded by every single fucking Bitcoin maxi out there. It's been the community's been hammered. Richard's been hammered. We've been basically stymied by things that we can and cannot say about the launch phase because of what it takes to mint Hex and what it takes to get it out there and to keep it within the Howey test and all those kinds of things. We have been stymied for this last year, and look what we've done. We've been held back. Hex has been literally held back from growing.
Right.
And look what it's done. Do you realize what's about to happen, everybody? Do you realize? Do you fucking realize what's about to happen? After when share price goes up and AA goes away, those are two macro events in Hex that are going to change the whole trajectory. It changes at that point. And then we the door is open for all kinds of possibilities now.
Right.
And we've said that when we launched. Well, there's a lot of possibilities here with Hex. And guess what? It blew away all of our Hexpectations, didn't it? We were told not to have any Hexpectations. We didn't, and in the back of our mind, we all did. We wished it would do this. We wished it would do that. Boy, if it would be freaking phenomenal if it went to a penny by Big Fade. Remember that? Oh boy, if it goes to a penny, we're gonna be. And then no, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. That's putting, that's expectation.
Crazy talk.
That's crazy talk. A penny. Come on. But if it did, and guess what? Here it is, motherfuckers. Knocking
It'll
on.
be interesting to see if post big payday there's another round of fudding, or if if the people that are talking smack just get more and more isolated.
I think they're tired. I think they're
out of nowhere in the chat, people are posting articles like, "What? Yahoo News has an article about us?" Like, yet.
Oh yeah, Fox Business. There's all kinds of.
Yet the ranking sites that gatekeep are still gatekeeping. It's that can't last forever. And we don't give a crap about the entities that gatekeep. I just feel bad for the occasional people that come in like, "Holy crap, I didn't find out about Hex at all because I was, only reading the gatekept site."
You know what? I don't sympathize with those people. I really don't, because I listened to all of those influencers out there. I did. I listened to, all the typical ones that are out there that are, shilling their freaking food coins and their fake DeFi projects and the maxis, all the maxis. Oh, so the maxis. I listened to all the maxis and read some of their books and did all that bullshit. But you know what? I came to the light and I saw that they were all full of shit. And if you didn't see that they were full of shit, you were high on hopium is what it was. Right. You were high on hopium and you decided you were just going to follow those guys and go along with it. And, just keep on sucking that freaking hopium, man. And then hopefully one day, one of their predictions was going to be right. One of their, it could go up, it could go down. I think it's going to go up this week, was going to be right, and you might've got another, $3,000 on the piece of Bitcoin you owned, Is
that your hopium, DC?
That's my hopium. And look at that. Look who's in the hopium. It looks like it's Richard. What is that?
Oh, did you turned the green screen thing on, huh?
Just giving you a little.
All right. So hey, we got
see, it's manipulated. See, manipulation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got another one of our cutthroats in the back here. I'm gonna bring him up. That's Gary. What's happening, Gary?
Hey. What's up, my man? Man, this is really cool. I like the hopium in the bottle, and I love the new background that one of the.
How about Maxi? You like Maxi here?
Yeah, I love it. Got a new set and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's not the same with RG3 having real equipment. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, right.
Wait till I get a camera and you can see my ugly mug, and and then I get this big ass dildo mic out of my face.
Yeah.
Before it sounded like you had like an astronaut helmet. Now it's really a person.
Oh man. So anyway, what's going on, Gary? What is your opinion? you're a very intelligent man, and you always got a good analysis of things. The OA moved, man. The OA moved, and it did something that we all thought and hoped it would do. So it acted as a good whale. It acted as a good player. It acted, tell me what that means to you. To me, it's a big fucking deal. It's a really big deal that happened today. And I think people should be like rejoicing.
Yeah, so I've thought about it for about 45 minutes. I only knew about it about 45 minutes. So 45 minutes ago, I haven't digested all of your streams, all of the stuff that's been talked about all day, but I've run it through my mind in two ways. The facts are the facts that the OA participated actively, right? That something happened. That it acted in a way that some people will characterize as self-serving to the OA, and some people will characterize as beneficial to the long-term believers of HEX, right? So yeah, Franklin is asking. I don't know if you saw his link. Do you see him? He's asking if he can join too.
Yeah.
So
throw it in the Cutthroats.
Okay.
So I have, again, not fully analyzed it. There's things that I like, and there's things that I don't like about the OA being active. What I like is I think it's reactive, and I think that it's either thought about well in advance and said, if then that, right? Like if then else or whatever kind of if this happens, this is what's going to happen. If this happens, this other thing's going to happen. So that thought a year ago might have been in play, that a couple of days before big payday, if it hits a certain threshold of participation, if it seems like the public observers of HEX are just going to get in days before big payday and double their stack and then sell down the market to make a drama FUD moment, then this is what we will do. The OA will stake, right? So I've thought about it, again, only about 45 minutes, but I can see that would be really rejoiced. Look, it's a good whale protecting the project. On the other hand, if I'm looking from 3 years in the future back at today, it would make me nervous to participate in a financial product, even if the OA is diluted at that future date, where the OA really could potentially mess up the math of what my ROI would be, potentially. I'm associating a dollar amount with a HEX unit. I'm associating a dollar amount with a share rate. I'm associating in my brain, my $5,000 needs to become $7,000 if I do 6 months of time. So I need to have some stability, and I really don't know how that can be explained, either by Richard or not by Richard or some other guru like Silver or you guys or whoever that says, here's what I think. I don't know what moves the actual crowd. If there's 10,000 people watching these kinds of programs and paying attention to HEX now, what do they think in 3 years? Was this a good action or not? I really don't know how to come down on one side of a fence on that.
Right.
But because of and something you said, it's an if then, and that makes sense, and it's staked very specifically today, and because of HEX being so transparent, because it knows where the whales are, it knows where the whales are sitting, it knows the activity of those whales historically. So it can make calculated reactions to those whales, to those stakers, to those bags that have potential of maybe dumping. So, and then it looks like it specifically set out an amount of them in order to maybe like my protection, my Quattro Cinco protective wall. Hey, how much do we need to actually move in order to defend the staker class from getting blown out? So it looks like it's calculated. It looks like it's possibly, like you said, an if then, and then, I mean, if I can think about this, then I'm sure that the OA and the people behind it have thought about all of this.
Right.
And their calculations are much better. I know you can make the calculations. Those people know how to make the calculations. People like Silver, people like Brennan, people like Coffee. Those people, they know how to do the chain analysis and look at that and analyze it and go, well, if this is all sitting there, it's like a pirate battle. It's like ships coming in to fight one another. How many ships are coming in? Where are they at? Where do I have to maneuver? How do we have to attack this? And I think that's what the OA is there for. It's like a man of war, and it's setting up to protect the staker class. That's what it looks like.
There's three things I noticed in the past couple of days. One, of course, is if you go to stake, like earlier today, I staked. Someone gave me money. I staked on their behalf. Luckily, the price had dropped, and I was like, hey, because the price had dropped. They gave me the money. I said, okay. I went and I bought. I was like, why is the price cheap? But I bought anyway, right?
It was him. It was his 102 million.
Yeah. So they gave me money. I put it in. And then I sent them the Ethereum address that it's now in, right? So that they could look, because they already had Staker app. So I sent them the Staker app, the ETH address for them to look at. And so it was interesting because they asked me to stake for a year. I staked for a year. I bought at a good price. The price rose between the time of me buying it and sending them the address to put into their app on the phone. And then they messaged me right before I contacted you on this stream and said, hey, I'm up X %. Like, hey, it made money like already, right? So they were like happy. But then the next sentence was, how do I sell? And I was like, dude, you can't sell. It's in the code. It's staked, like you're staked. So they're like, oh man, I'm up. How do I make money? So it's still even though we are almost desiring math and velocity and trajectory and gravity to not be emotion-driven decisions is what I'm saying. Still emotion-driven decision. My friend's like, hey, I made money now. How do I sell? You've had it staked for 2 hours. You've had it staked for 2 hours, dude.
Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. So Sydney Boy says that the OA has proven Hex is not DeFi, but technically centralized like exchanges, which you guys criticize. Okay, I'll accept that and talk about it because
the De Beers. You explain the De Beers thing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. Look, every single crypto has good whales or whales that keep the value, just like Satoshi's wallet, and there is a sense of centralization in everything, period, end of story. Every stock that's out there, every company that's owned, everything has a sense of centralization. How decentralized can you get something, though, is the key. How decentralized can you get something? And if we're looking at how, I think that there's more analysis that needs to be done on the OA and what it's done and how it's doing it, and then what the outcomes are going to be. We still haven't seen the outcomes. Everybody's looking at it right now because you have Staker app and because you're looking at your stakes and stuff, you're all looking at your big payday and weeping like, DC was kind of, fudding on this when the show came on, playing with it. But I think that, you're right. There's a sense of centralization, but how does that centralization act? How do they act with the product?
Yeah.
And is it an if then? Is it positioning itself for battle against things that may harm the project? Because remember, we're to kind of quote Richard's way of explaining it, everything that is speculative, everything that people invest in is like a jar of marbles, and everybody puts their marbles in, and then when somebody takes those marbles out, everybody else has less marbles. Right. And that's what we're looking at right here. Now, what we can do is protect them from taking out as many marbles as they want, or as much marbles as they wanted to. If they've positioned themselves, they're going to dig both hands in. Well, maybe the OA is there to kind of stop them from sticking both hands in that jar and just grab a handful, and that looks like what's happening here. So again, I agree with you. There's more analysis that has to be done. There's more watching that has to be done. This is a baby. It's just taken off. And, but to be honest, nothing bad has happened. Nothing bad.
I agree with that because like you just said, this is a one-time, it's in code that this is a one-time event of the big payday. This is a one-time thing that's inside the code. It's been known about since the code was visible and on Etherscan. I mean, you can look at it all day long.
Here's a great explanation. Jubilee giggles. The OA is a huge whale who can't alter the smart contract, just throw economic weight around.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to say is that, yes, the contract is immutable. It is DeFi. So to say that it's not DeFi isn't exactly right. Who said that earlier?
Yeah, that was a good comment. The way he said it.
Sydney boy, yeah, and I'm not going after you, Sydney boy. Your question's legitimate. It's a legitimate question, especially in crypto today and in DeFi projects. And from the outside looking in, yeah, I would be questioning that also. But all of us sitting here, we've followed this project for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years, and then we've been involved in it and investing in it in the last year. And we've been doing a show here for the last 9 months or so on a weekly basis, talking about all of these issues, all these things. So we know the OA is there. We know it exists. We know that it is something that is connected to the product, but sits outside of it. It's kind of a benevolent entity that, like he just said, can throw its financial weight around and, jiggy jog it where it's supposed to go. Tack. I keep using ship terms. That's what I'm into here is it helps the coin tack. It may not be able to stop everything like a ship can't. A ship is not like a soldier where a soldier can move in a 360 direction and shoot at the enemy and duck and hide and cover. A ship has to tack. A sailboat has to tack. So you have to go this way and this way. You have to zigzag to get to your position, and you have to, it takes a long time to maneuver and have one of those type of battles. So I think that the OA is like that, in where it's maneuvering itself to help the project in the best that it can. I'm not saying that it's an end all be all, that it does, go and stake and that's going to stop people. It's not going to stop people from selling down the price a little bit. It's going to happen, but it may have averted, a major dump.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
It's not perfect in stopping the whole thing, but it can avert a major dump to keep what's going on here in Hex happening. The stability of Hex. It's dipping, it's coming back up. It's dipping, it's coming back up. Look at our line. And if the OA can help keep it to doing that, keep it tacking, because that's what cryptos do. They tack. They don't run in a straight line. They tack. You have ups and downs. So if sailing, tacking is, you're going into the wind's blowing in your face. But if you go left a little bit and then you go right a little bit, you can actually go straight ahead. It takes you a long time to go straight ahead up against the wind, but that's what you do. You tack, you make it a 45 or a 30-degree angle, and that's what the OA can help, the ecosystem do is help tack it through this thing.
Yeah, plus if you think about it, and to Gary's point about what people will think of the OA looking back 5 years, it all depends what the OA does and how often. And if we look, we have 1 year under our belts now, and what has the OA done? Virtually nothing. Except today was like a very carefully chosen strategic purpose to this, right? Now, if over the next 3 years, if the OA goes in there and does random crap like every week, well then, okay, the credibility would be kind of questionable at that point. But if it's at few and far between carefully chosen, important strategic moves, well, that's different. That would actually be respectable and credible. And the more time that goes on, the more likely people will be less concerned, because a lot of people are just freaking out about what the OA could do in theory, completely wacky stuff like that would blatantly destroy the project. And it's like, okay, that's not going to happen.
Well, the loudest people that are going to put anything out there, the loudest people in the stream, the loudest people that are very keen on the attention about what did the OA do, are the people that end stake the day after big payday or the week after. Those are the people you're hearing. You will hear streams, you will hear people in other projects or whatever that want to FUD the HEX OA action. And like RG was saying with the draft analogies with sailing, I think of this as adding ballast to the boat. Mm-hmm. It's ballast. And it's actually probably more ballast than necessary in anticipation of what's happening in a couple of days, because maybe there's a storm, maybe there's volatility, and your draft, or as far as how far into the water that you're sitting, you're gonna have more stability with the OA staked, most likely. I think it's an if-then kind of decision. Like, if this happens, then we'll do that. And I don't think it's spontaneously or, something that was unexpected. It was simply like, if the game theory reveals that the community or the crowd or the observers on the outside are doing this thing at this one event of big payday, because the code doesn't have other events in its future. It has big payday and that's it. And it's really just the launch phase. So right now I'm still looking at it as the same things we've heard before. When a whale pushes up the price or creates stability, then it's good. And if it causes, if it sells on your head, it's bad, right? It's manipulation or whatever, right? So I'm mixed in only the thing that I do eventually hope that the OA is more diluted in the future. I do. I hope that they cash out, they exit out, they make crazy amounts of money or whatever, and they flaunt the fact that they made big money. I think it actually would help Charlie Lee if he actually showed millions of dollars of shit that he bought with Litecoin. You're like, that'd be great for the Litecoin product.
I'm so lost. You jump from OA to Litecoin. I was like, what's going on?
But I mean, just like the thing that I was talking about the other day is people have to make money out of this. Right. This whole project, they have to make money out of it. Do they make it and you don't visually see it of your neighbor that they paid for their kids' college? You don't visually see that. We've been talking about Lambos for as long as crypto's been around, but we kind of follow the Joneses. We kind of say, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm in that career. I guess I want to be in that career because you're making money and you have a good lifestyle. So I think that in some ways, I think that like I said, the action of the OA is a temporary thing. There's not that you should have expectation, but remember it can EES. And if it EESs, it does reward the stakers the same coins that they might be fudded or disappointed about right now. And also, the only people that would be frustrated or miffed, even though they're still making more HEX, is the ones that said, hey, I was staking one day after big payday and I was going to make 186 times my money, 200 times my money. Well, now they're making 140 times their money or whatever, the 140%, 130%. Yeah. So their anticipation of dumping the price is frustrating them.
Yeah. Well, and just look at the chart. Pull up the chart and look at it. I mean, ever since it's been freaking shaking out hands right now. It's shaking them out right now. They're getting shook out. And it's like writing a book, that's what was going to happen, and that's what they did, and there it is. They're shaking them out. So I love the selling. Like just Coffee just said that. I love the selling. I love the selling too. Yeah. And Darber, in the end, the OA can do whatever it wants, just like any whale can do. No real biggie. Just why some questioned HEX, which is kind of silly, to be honest. He said something else too that I was looking at.
Like we've heard many times, the example of Bezos isn't going to dump all of his Amazon stock on everybody's heads. Like there's so many reasons why that would be self-destructive and futile. Right. The same thing applies here,
The only person that's ever done something like that is Charlie. So I mean,
again, Richard before
and Vitalik.
Before the launch, even before December of last year, Richard had said in one of the streams, you never know where it's at because you have an 8-hour stream. You're like, where did he say that thing? But it's about you're going as a founder of anything, anything, you are going to dilute your percentage because you're going to sell some into the stock market, and now you have other stockholders, or you're going to sell, some, you're going to bring on a partner, and you're going to dilute yourself because Steve Jobs needs Wozniak and needs somebody else, right? So you will dilute your percentage of control, and over time, that presents stability to your, even though it doesn't give you as high of an ROI. It presents stability, right? So your Disney stock climbs 11% per year, right? It's not 10,000%, it's 11%. That's because there's more participants and the owners are actually diluted. So they can't move it as easily because there's more people that have a say, right? So I think that this is still this is all a long-term product. This is mathematically a 150-year potential for HEX to exist. It has a lot of right now, I think, benevolent actions by a market participant, which is the OA. It can't affect the code. It can change its own dilution. It can become De Beers and go from being in control of a very, very high percentage of all diamonds, but go down to a low percentage of all diamonds and still keep the price of a diamond high. So there is a strategy behind what's going on. I don't think it's ever been talked about in this depth. But right now, the only people that are frustrated and the only people that can actually put FUD into the public are ones that anticipated to buy today or buy tomorrow and then dump on the 20th, or the week of the 20th. They're still going to make money. They're just going to be basically making less of a dump money. It's like
and I only made 2x instead of 3x
or 1.3x. They're going to make 1.3x on their money in 48 hours.
Yeah.
So people can bitch about it, but I think that's the people that are frustrated right now.
Yep.
A lot of people frustrated.
And there's people that even if they were active in vocalization and support of HEX in the past or ran websites, they still have HEX. They still have HEX. And they're still,
Yeah. So this is the guy that I want to pick his brain because I know he's been thinking about it all day and it's been rolling around his brain. So I got Gary and our other cutthroat here, Crypto Coffee.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, there's this guy.
What is up, my man?
Love coffee.
I've been waiting to talk to you all day, man.
Yeah, man. Big day. OA staking.
This is a macro event right here. The OA moving is a macro event.
It's a big deal, man. And I think you guys covered it already, though. I don't really think there's anything new I can possibly say. I'm loving the fact that it's staked. Whether or not you're a whale or a small guy, it doesn't matter. It has more to do with, are you a short-term or a long-term guy? If you're a short-term guy, yeah, this sucks for you. Sorry, but hey, you shouldn't have been in it for the quick flip. I mean, you never should have been in it.
We've always talked about HEX being a long game, and so has Richard. But the question I have for you, bro, I think you will eloquently explain this to folks. And I understand it because I know that we've sit here and stared at the OA and talked about it ad nauseum on all of our streams 3-4 hours a night and after the stream, sitting there talking in the room by ourselves. But there's a lot of questions that and a couple of them were in the chat room tonight that now that turns this into, hey, if the OA was going to sit there and not do anything like a Satoshi wallet or something, then okay, we've got a DeFi project here with a product here with an immutable contract that looks like it's running well. And then this big wallet that's just kind of like keeping market cap and not do anything. Well, it moved. So therein lies a question of, does this make it not a DeFi now? Was that a move that invalidated HEX's DeFi status? And I know that not to be true, but I can't explain it, I think, as well as some of you guys can. So what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, a DeFi refers to technical centralization, in my opinion. I think people get the mix up between economic and economic and technical centralization, right?
Yep.
Technical means you have admin keys, or you're holding other people's private keys for them, and all kinds of backdoors and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So as far as I'm concerned, it depends how you want to define decentralized, right? But there's different brands of it. And the guy from earlier, yeah, he's right. There's nothing that's ever going to be truly decentralized. It's okay if you look at the top 10, 100 coins on etherscan.io, take the top 100 addresses of all of them, and they probably own, I think, 80 to 99% of the coins. So, I mean, if you look at Hex, it actually looks a little bit more distributed than a lot of these other ones. You know, crypto.com, BNB, a whole bunch of them. So it depends how you want to define centralization there. But I don't think we'll ever have a truly perfect utopian vision. This idea of pure decentralization is just kind of a myth. It's kind of something we all strive for. But, you know, economically, there's always going to be people with more money than you. And it's actually not bad because those people have more of an incentive to see the project do well.
Yeah.
And you know, something no one's really even talking about right now is because the OA staking right now. I mean, we've all discussed and we've all heard, you know, Richard say that, you know, market cap sort of a vanity metric, but as the OA staking, the circulating supply goes down, which makes the market cap go down, right? So when someone looks into Hex, if the market cap's lower, that means we can pump higher.
Yep. And like you said, I love that analogy you made, Dollar Cost, about this is like a break in the emergency fire extinguisher out, where if the OA ever wants to unstake any of these as a gift to the people that, for example, in times of low end staking, of times in stability, that would be the optimal time for the OA to know, okay, the market is saturated with believers, so I'm going to break out one of these bad boys for, you know, big payday for all these many other potential smaller paydays, maybe for all the believers.
Well,
just a conspiracy theory.
So, you know, you either believe that you're going to buy Apple stock or Tesla stock because the founder is going to do something to make you money. Even though this is crypto, you're either buying into stock because you believe that they're going to work in the best interest and make your stock more valuable and come up with a new innovation and act on your behalf as passive participant in the Tesla market. So it's kind of like that. Like, do you believe in that it should be math and 2 + 2 compounding is a lot? Or do you think it should be economic centralization to a degree with the OA, at least at this percentage of Hex control, like De Beers, and over time dilute itself? Like, which is better? You believe in math, or you believe in active participant that's hopefully benevolent?
Yeah. Your poison, right?
Yeah. Because we've had the narrative, at least I've had the narrative for a while, that, you know, physical gold and physical silver, it's valued by people or whatever. And so there'll be things that market its benefit or its ballast or in economic times or whatever. But the centralization of who has the gold never was a question to me. I just believed that the gold was valuable. So if it's in Fort Knox or if China has a bunch, it didn't make a difference to me. And so I was looking at Hex in sort of that way. I was saying, oh yeah, somebody else has a whole lot of it. But
I'm not gonna lie, you know, I had a hard time with it. I mean, you might have been more accustomed to buying things like gold. I'm a relatively younger investor, and that did pose a little bit of a question for me. I had to ask myself, why is it okay for someone to have more money than you? At the end of the day, I realized, oh, I'm just kind of a monkey who's getting jealous right now with my monkey brain. Like, it doesn't make any sense to be angry at the OA because I mean, they are the person that is most incentivized to see the product do well, or entity. I should just call it an entity, right? Because
it's an entity. I think there has to be dead man switches. I don't think it can be, Richard. I think there's far too many crosses over legally, even in participating in, you know, like group chats and participating in streams with other people. I think that legally it's extremely peril, and that it can't be, Richard. It has to be a dead man switch foundation or consortium. It can't be.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Hex being like a Hex foundation one day?
Yeah, I think that's really what the OA is setting up, to be honest, because because of the analysis that can be done. I mean, that's all programmed into the product of Hex. So you can, I mean, we can look at Hex from every freaking orifice, angle, whatever. And the OA can take all of that data and, like I said, can maneuver into position to help the project continue to grow. You know, so why would it not be calculated? Why would it not be, you know, basically written into some kind of a code of some type?
There's just this paradox, man. Everybody wants promises, and you know, businesses are built off of promising things to people, but in crypto that hasn't worked out so well. So everyone's been basically shafted since 2017 based on empty promises. And that's why part of the reason why Hex is not trying to make you any, it also is trying to not be a security as well. So people are like, where are my promises? Where are my promises? They just can't cross that like mental leap that the OA can be a good thing and at the same time not promise you anything. Even if it did nothing, it would be net positive. But the actions it's taken so far have been good. And I mean, hey, we're all taking a gamble, right? But this is crypto. So if you're going to be worried about that, maybe you don't get into crypto in general.
What I'm wondering is if there could be some point in the future where we will all be able to learn what, if anything, has been set up. Like payday is not that magical moment where we can suddenly find out, oh, there's a foundation. Oh, there's a programmed entity that controls what the OA does. Like, is this years in the future, you guys think, or is it never, or is it right around the corner? We ever learn what's behind the curtain?
No, I don't think you'll ever learn what's behind the curtain. I don't know that there's like some document that says here's the plan. I don't really want to think about people having active decision making. I really was thinking it was more if-then clauses, that it was more, a group of lawyers that have way more at risk in asset than what they control of Hex's decisions as an OA. Because if you're gonna, like I said, if you're going to be a trust, taking care, like a blinded trust, taking care of someone else's assets so that they can be, some political person or whatever, they can't control actively the company that they might have a conflict of interest. So the way that you usually do that is it has to be something that has billions of dollars of assets under control, and you're just a small participant.
Man.
What's up, bro?
Good to see you, Franklin. I think we've been on a stream since the other 24-hour one. The last.
Are you in my house? Where are you at?
It looks like it, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where. Yeah, okay. These are different curtains. That's not my house.
Yeah, I'm in Dorado, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Dorado. So you're not far from. You can go say hi to Peter Schiff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
What's up,
Or not.
Or not.
Or not. What's up, Hex Monkey? I don't think I've ever talked to you before.
Yeah, how's it going, Franklin?
It's good, man. Just chilling.
Yeah, I never said hi, Hex Monkey. I've only seen you on Twitter and Telegram. So.
Yeah, good to see you on there. I checked the weather in Puerto Rico, even though I've never been there. I'm in California, and I just saw I think when I looked, it was rain and lightning for 7 days.
I think that was the week that I arrived. I mean, it's been like raining, but it's just like hot,
Right.
I think we're all gonna end up in Puerto Rico eventually. Something tells me.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys there.
You gotta come through,
Get used
man.
to it.
I'm waiting for RG3 to come through, man.
He's got to start building his ship. He's got it. Got to commit. It takes about a year.
Yeah, he's
He
going.
only travels by boat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My vessel and stuff. I'll probably buy an airplane carrier or something. I don't know.
He started with an airplane and then it became carrier. I was like scale jump.
He's gonna need one. He's gonna have multiple airplanes.
As long as we all get new pillows, that's what's important.
The Hex Nation is very heavily defended.
Yeah.
Right? New pillows.
I bought a new chair
Did
today.
you guys see? I mean, I'm sure you already did because I've been behind a little bit. The BitBoy interview was really good.
I liked it.
I liked
that
it
guy.
too. I liked it.
I didn't realize- I thought he was like
obviously he was enthusiastic. He did interview a year ago, and then somebody donated like $350 worth of Hex back then, and then now it's worth 17,000.
It's funny though because he was still acting like he was a skeptic.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a skeptic, but it's worth $17,000.
Yeah. He's kind of a comedian too. Didn't he say he wanted to do kind of a comedy show in crypto? And so I think part of his angle was, I'm going to call Richard arrogant in a joking way because that's what everyone's thinking, right? And then still realize that I can be friends with this guy and show people how it's okay to take a jab at somebody in a joking way, and you don't have to hate the guy. So I think
you could tell Richard liked him. It wasn't,
They were pretty similar. They were personality wise. Yeah, that was a lot. That was one of the best ones I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah,
Now,
Richard
let me-
was fierce, but he didn't go off on BitBoy. He just went off at other entities.
But he was feeling his oats with respect the fact that I did this, that, or the other. So he had a little narcissist rant, but it was still good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all true.
I didn't say it wasn't true, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really helps with the dissociating of you don't have to like Richard to like Hex,
Yeah.
What-
You do have to like DC though in RG.
I mean,
No,
that's debatable right there.
no, you don't have to like me. That's for sure. Let's see. What do we got as far? Can we see the
The chat or
penalties for today? What the penalties for today?
Oh yeah. So actually, if you are staked, even these kind of big waves of event like the OA doing this thing or the big BPD, it shakes people in and out. And if you are staked, you're the beneficiary. You benefit from that. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet it's a big emergency on stake day today. Once people realize, they're only getting 2 times the free money instead of 2.5
Shake them
times.
all out.
Sorry guys, sorry your free money wasn't free enough for you.
Yep. So let me
Yeah.
jump into the chat real quick and say, hey, thanks everybody for showing up. We got a lot of viewers on Dlive. We got a lot of viewers on YouTube, and we got to let you guys know that the reason we streamed twice tonight is because we are putting out one of the biggest prizes I think crypto's ever seen.
Right.
We are putting out 5,555,000 hex. To the winner of this contest is going to get a portion of that. So you'll get 3,333,000 for first place, 1,111,000 for second place. And then I believe it's 5,000 or 555,000 for third and fourth. So we're going to give 2 500,000 hex prizes. So now there's 4 winners in the giveaway here, and we're going to do that tonight. So if you stick around, we're going to be picking the winners out of the chat room, and all you've got to do is follow us on Dlive, which is Discourse_Syndicate on Dlive. Which those of you who are not on Dlive, you're on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, Discourse_Syndicate, and then follow me on Twitter, RG3_Pirate. So do those 3 things. Sit in the chat room tonight. When I ask you to put the word of the night in, you're going to put the word of the night in, and you are going to be picked as a winner. Now, here's the rules. No one
No spamming.
can spam. If you put your name in twice, I'm going to go back and check the chat room. We had
spamming the shit out of you earlier.
a guy got it today.
And you told him too. It's so funny. Like you said that.
I appreciate that. So you if you spam the chat room with more than one entry, I'm going to go through and look at the chat and pull you out of it. If you put an entry in YouTube and an entry in Dlive, now everybody was okay to do that last night, but not today. No more. You can only put one in Dlive or one in YouTube, and we're going to pick from those later on today.
So much game theory here, RG3.
Oh, you got to say too, I think some people think they're going to get the giveaway at the end of the episode. You only get a chance to enter the giveaway on Big Payday.
Yes, you're getting a chance to get on the wheel. So the wheel is going to be spun on Big Payday, and you have to be at Big Payday. So
Yeah.
Big Payday is going to be Wednesday, the 18th at 4:40ish Pacific Standard Time. So whatever, do your math and whatever. But that's when we're going to give it away. We're going to spin the wheel at right after the hour after Big Payday is when we're going to spin the wheel.
Huge giveaway, guys. 5 million.
A lot of money.
5,500,000. 555. I don't know. 5555.
500.
I'm a little tired.
Quattro stick.
So did you guys already talk maybe in earlier streams about the Staker League changes as far as how many whales there are now and how many 500 more dolphins there are.
Someone in the chat said there's like a shit ton of dolphins.
Dolphins, but
There's a lot of dolphins.
There's
Yeah.
a crap load.
there's actually less sharks now.
So there, yeah, so it went down. I know it was like 100 and something, and it's now 75 sharks.
Yeah, let me.
And it's just an interesting. It's an arbitrary thing. This class or this, if you're a crab or turtle, I mean, it's just arbitrary. It's just gamification
Well,
of it.
it's gonna change again in 3 days, right? Because all those steaks that were made today were 3-day steaks. So
Yeah.
it goes.
So yeah, so it's just interesting, again, you wanted this to have speculative stickiness, and look how many thousands of hours are put into speculating what the fuck the OA is going to do, and then when it does it, we're like, oh yeah, we're interested in now. What's going to happen now?
It's so crazy. It's interesting to know that like that gamification adds to the fact that people want to stake longer just to become another class. Like imagine if that wasn't even there, or if it was different ranking system. So that's interesting.
The only number that doesn't change ever is the number of shares you have. If you think about it, because like your big payday bonus can change the interest. You can't predict exactly what the OA is going to do, but the one thing you have is your shares. Never changes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
And sharing is great.
It's true. Somebody in the chat said that we in America are not aware, but there's actually a couple of sharks out in Asia. I'm curious how they know that. But are there some big sharks in Asia? Anybody know? I'm kind of interested because if we got some Asian people buying, that's a lot of new money over there.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Marco says, I did analysis of a big whale and saw links to Chinese tokens. I don't know.
Yeah, finance. What the fuck is the Chinese token?
I don't know. Technically,
Wait,
finance.
so they bought Tron?
Is it Tron? Isn't that Chinese? What is Tron?
That's Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
Yo, they bought Neo, bro.
You think CZ bought Hex?
CZ bought Hex, exactly.
He probably did, man.
He did because we wouldn't give him a bribe for it, so he had to buy it the old-fashioned way.
You leave Justin alone, Coffee, okay? He is our son.
Oh, Justin, I'm fine with. I was talking about CZ.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
good.
Justin can stay. We like him. We need his platform until we're rich enough to buy it.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to do. Joker's threatening that he's going to buy it.
Fucking A. That guy runs Dlive, dude.
Joker in the chat.
He was a little earlier. He might be out already.
We created a monster with him, man. It's kind of scary, like the way he's just been shilling X.
Dude, did you see the reaction video today? It was
Did you see what
hilarious.
he did to Tone Vase? Did you see?
No, what did he do?
He's freaking wrecked Tone. I mean, he had a picture. Somebody put a meme of Tone up, and it was talking about his unibrow, and it had all these different arrows pointing. It was like, what the fuck is this? Joker was saying because he had that like comb over thing going on his forehead before he shaved his head, and he was just fucking bagging on him. And then after he got done with Tone, he pulled up the second video of Peter McCormick's.
Oh yeah, that was.
And he just went over freaking line by line, Richard wrecking his ass. And he was just like, fucking, oh shit. Did he really say that?
It was a reaction video, basically.
It was a reaction video. Yeah, he was.
I didn't know Tony Vay's hair was like that.
You don't know
yeah.
Tone was what?
I didn't know his hair was like that. That's
Well, he cut it now, I think.
Oh shit. Yeah, you should have saw him in the
Yeah.
early days.
God,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
bad.
He had this horrible, he combed it over and he pushed it over to the front, just the front. So he had like this, like
What's that meme of it's like a
it
bar
was like a fan. It looked like a fan, like one of those
yeah.
fans.
He doesn't deserve heads. Nah, not at all.
No. What he did on launch day,
Yeah, that was
zero
disgusting.
respect for that bitch right there.
Disgusting.
Zero
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
All three of them, man. That was
Yep, zero respect.
charging.
Can't wait to see him one day. We will. We're gonna be rolling through those conventions.
Oh heck yeah.
Deep.
Yep. Oh, wait till you see the crew I'm bringing. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun.
These bitches want from a Hex again.
You know, He's not coming to any convention we're gonna be at.
Gonna change crypto conventions forever now.
Right.
Yeah.
Just park all the Lambos outside. No one can get in. It's like
And I think it's interesting that Richard, he was saying that like his favorite car would be that the Tesla Roadster. Did y'all catch that tweet?
I did see
I thought it
that.
was pretty dope.
I want the Cybertruck.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah.
You can pre-order it for
I
$100
want the
bucks.
Cybertruck, but I want to be able to afford to have it upscaled. We're like, all right, your Cybertruck, that's all great and everything, but can you make one like 3 times bigger?
The monster truck.
Hey, Brand, thanks for the time, buddy.
Hey, thank you, Brand.
He says Joker's great. Joker is great. Hilarski Diet ice cream.
I think that would be a good project to build a monster perfectly to scale, 3 times bigger.
Yeah.
Hex Cybertruck, monster truck.
I mean, it would definitely work in Puerto Rico, the roads and everything.
Yeah. If you build it industrial enough, you just push stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Let me start putting a little bit in the chest here. All right.
Anybody got like new price predictions? What we thinking here?
Oh, I forgot. So there are
20
participants in this. We do have like an inside bet. I think I don't know how much it is now, but you got to make a price prediction on the Hex 24-hour stream. You have to actually show your face. If you want to participate in it, then you can DM me and I'll give you the address for it. We're not going to like revealing what the address is. You have to actually be in. You have to be in public. You can't be like an anonymous person or something. But if you're public, at least on video, then you can participate and you can DM me. But yeah, there's active price prediction happening, and it's obviously moved a bit in the past couple of hours. So I'm really wanting to hear what the new numbers are.
Shit, man, I suck at these price predictions, but I mean, I will, I'll say post big payday. How about by the end of next year, 20 cents? Is that fair?
Next year. So you're saying December 31st, end of next year.
2021. Yeah.
20 cents.
Yep. Which is probably conservative. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well, if it's all locked up and there's only 6 X tokens available,
Yeah.
it could be anywhere.
I know.
Definitely double digits. I definitely feel that.
What about you, Franklin?
If we're going around the same time frame, I'll say around like 28.
Also, you got to think though. Would you have even guessed that it would be 1 penny by big payday?
Before big payday, which is
Before.
crazy. Yeah.
I was kind of thinking at first like, oh, we're gonna need a year to even have price discovery because the AA is gonna keep, it's gonna keep everything so. There's gonna be such a giant supply that there's no way anyone's gonna buy this stuff up to a penny. I was wrong about that. So
many things.
Which I'm happy to be wrong about that.
I say this year we probably still hit 3 cents.
This year.
Oh fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
3 cents.
I think it hit 3 cents this year.
You cannot take my faith.
That's what I thought. But
this
now we
year,
got all the
7 cents.
Yeah, I whether it's we might say that it'll be a wick, but I think 3 cents is probable.
Yeah, it's probably right now, right? The price is, let's just see, it's going down a little bit right now. It's 75% of a penny, which is cool. Good time to buy in, right? People restructuring their stuff, deciding whether they want to get out or whatever. And let me read a tweet that Richard just posted. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
What did you guys already talk about when you stake now in just the past day or 2 days that it goes out 8 decimals? And we're going to start talking about hearts like how Bitcoin talks about sats, stack sats. I bet you there's going to be marketing to say it's,
stake your hearts.
A hex.
Staking hearts.
So you're staking hearts now on the calculator. I bet you there's going to be a website remodel too.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
You imagine
no expectations
at all. You imagine all the content creators that are going to come out after Big Payday.
Yeah,
this is going to be
realize it's okay.
Yeah,
safe.
it's going to be nuts. And then developers. you're gonna have so many people creating like websites, you know, taking hacks. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
Yeah. Well,
There's people out there who are expecting like a big dump after a big payday, but I'm thinking because of what we saw today, it's kind of like give us a little dump now instead of a massive dump later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That was the
It's just a
exact
shake.
purpose of
It's
it.
just shaking out the weak hands. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So I'm terrible at guessing this stuff, but I'd guess, we might get 0.004 post big payday, but that's higher than a lot of people were predicting,
So you still think there's going to be a dump, like a big one? 50%?
I don't think so. I think
or similar to the ones we've seen.
Yeah. I think also people need to realize that a dump doesn't happen overnight, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scam wicks happen overnight.
But then we'll recover from it fairly quickly like we did all the other dumps this year. So
yeah.
And if you look at the chart, there's never really been a dump.
Yeah, true.
You can't say dump. When you look at that chart, you go, oh my God, that's year one on this thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I liked how Silver the Antidote made this analysis. I mean, it's great to be a dolphin or shrimp or oily fish or whatever the things are, or whatever. But 60% is the sharks and above, right? Shark, whale, and so forth, as far as the actual control outside of OA. So when you think about who has strong hands, who actually sells down a market, the people that get out of this market are people that really don't have that much economic mass to begin with. Not to slight people that have $1,000 or whatever put into this thing, but it doesn't necessarily, you have to convince 1,000 people to sell $1,000 worth to make $1 million of sale pressure, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see that there will be some volatility, and I can say that that's a wick up, wick down, rock it up, rock it down kind of scenario. But do you see actual mass exiting? I don't. I actually think that it's less rewarding to dump your big payday and just keep your principal and dump the house money. I don't think that's there anymore. I think
you can see. I'll bet you'll see this week. Silver's gonna analyze and do some chain analysis on a couple of these weak hands, and he can show it. And I got a feeling it's going to be right in line with what the OA is looking at. So, I mean,
for sure.
Watch Silver. Watch what Silver does. I'll bet he's looking at that shit right now as it's going on.
Yeah, Silver really eased my fears of any kind of giant drastic dump, and I don't think we're being bullish enough for the chat here. They're thinking, I mean, yeah.
To be honest, I'm tired, but I'm trying to stay up tonight. I'm gonna go do another live stream with 43 OG and Unwrecked. I'm gonna go.
I don't even know if I can sleep. Like this is.
You gotta get to sleep before the 24 hours. You gotta get ready.
I know.
So that I can get up and do the freaking live stream for 24 hours because that's hard.
Yeah.
That bit is hard, man. That is some fucking sitting in this.
Those blue pills. That's why it's gonna be so hard for you.
Well, tomorrow when I do venture out, that's what I'm gonna go stack up some more pills. I'm gonna get some more kombucha. Have my coffee ready, my snacks. I'm not gonna put my snacks in the bathroom like Hexo does. I'm gonna keep them right here.
I might get some crayons to try. I heard they were pretty good.
Yeah. So I'll have my pack of crayons here.
Those truck stops.
Energy food.
You'll be able to tell when he's had the blue pill because you won't see a chair. It would just be RG floating. You'd be like, how is it floating without a chair?
No chair, no bandana.
I almost probably shouldn't have got this chair because this chair is just it's so comfy. So
it looks like you've had an upgrade since like 2 or 3 shows.
Well, let me go ahead and say that yes, we have had upgrades here, and one of the Mr. Larry C on Twitter. Thank you, Mr. Larry C. He's been working with me in the background here. He's building rooms for all of you guys and state rooms and all that on the ship here. So we are building the pirate ship now, and we're going to have that all dialed in. New cameras, new audio, and we'll make a real production out of this thing. So
that'd be really cool. I don't know if that's what you were just saying, but basically if you sent out the different cabin or rooms to the 6 of people or 10 of people, then they all look like it's one big ship. That's really pretty good idea.
So we're gonna get the we're gonna get all the cutthroats are gonna have their own rooms, and then we're gonna have we'll just have the regulars come in here. So yeah, we're gonna make pirate ship out of this bitch. This is the preliminary part. This is the virtual ship, and she has a name now. Did you guys all hear the name?
No.
No.
What would you? Why don't you guys try and name it first?
Fuck, man.
All the famous ones sank, so I don't want to
Virgin Genesis.
I can't think of a ship that hasn't sunk.
I called it today. It's Richard Hart's Revenge.
Richard Hart's
Okay.
Revenge.
It's supposed to be named after a woman, though.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah.
He's got tits. Close enough.
You definitely need a plank there for the walk.
Yeah. So it's Richard Hart's Revenge. It just sounds good to me.
I like
Revenge is
it.
a woman.
I like it, man. Yeah. I'm fucking trying to stay awake over here. I got to get a full night's sleep. I don't know how you guys are still up right now. Work cucked me into working for the first day, but I'll be there all like 14 hours in a row on the 24-hour stream. And yeah, I'm going to try to make it as much as I can on the previous day, but I actually do have to go to the day job.
Yeah,
Did you
I
know?
had to take off. I had to take off the whole week, man. I couldn't. There's no way.
Yeah, I took these days off too, and I just really important shit like
Yeah.
you're either fighter or not type shit came up. So yeah.
And well, let me jump back in here and let everybody know we're gonna get this 5,555,000 hex giveaway deal going here. I've been also taking names in Twitter for people in Eurasia and around the globe that cannot get on stream. So I'm putting a few names in there, and we're picking out of those. And we're also going to pick out of Dlive and YouTube. So guys, get ready. We're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off. We've got 475, 70, more than that, 480 something. 480 something viewers on Dlive and YouTube. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Damn.
Let me put a little bit more in the chest too, because we're gonna give the chest away too. Let's see. Boom.
Show your chest.
Nice chest. There we go. Total One, thank you for the Ninja Game. What's up, fellas? The lower, the big payday. For non-OA, the lower the potential post-big payday dump. Yeah, that's what we've been kind of talking about. We've been kind of talking about that. So, all right, everybody. So we're going to need a word that you're going to have to post in YouTube and in Dlive. So here comes the lemons. All right, I'm going to have to speed this down real quick. The word is going to be, what's the word, dollar cost?
Tears.
Tears. Tears. So the word tonight is tears.
My favorite thing to drink.
Especially tears.
This one's not putting up any more tears anymore. This is.
Some people don't know how to spell tears.
Oh,
I guess it depends.
Hey, most Hexagons, they don't spell anything right. I'm not one to talk either. Yeah. Holy shit! What happened? It didn't slow down. It seemed like. Oh, it did. Just a lot of people posting.
There's a lot of people.
Dang.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh, that's a lot of tears.
Right.
a lot of tears. A lot of tears.
Captain fucked him up yesterday with a blunderbuss for a minute.
Blunderbuss. Yeah, you should have seen him trying to spell blunderbuss.
2 words, 1 word.
Cornucopia.
You fucking apes. All right. So
Can I enter? I'm gonna enter.
who do we got? Franklin, do you have any of the chats pulled up?
You say what?
Oh, he thought he just won. He's
So
like,
what? You're entered in, right? You entered in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, I'm not gonna have you pick. And so DC, so me and DC will pick.
Sure.
Goodness, hey, do not spam the chat. Do not spam the chat, or I will pull your name off. Don't spam. Don't put one in each. Okay.
I already see people spamming already. So you fucked.
Are they spamming?
I saw this dude. Sorry, bro. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Ooh.
Boo.
Yeah, it's all, bro, you just freaking disqualified yourself. Do not spam the chat.
I like how like the chat slowed down.
We're like trying to hit the delete on the Telegram.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, DC, give me one from YouTube.
All right, let's go. Just checking this guy doesn't have more. Sinclair Crypto. Congratulations, sir.
All right.
Sinclair, let me write that as
There's tears of joy.
Sinclair Crypto. And I'll double check this all, make sure that we don't have double postings.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's good. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Last day to stake and hit BPD and hit BPT. You have to, if it's tomorrow after the rollover is your last staking opportunity. Is that what it is?
That's it.
Correct.
Yep.
So tomorrow after the rollover, that's
Yep.
your last chance. And if you are staked after the rollover and you let it roll over to the following day, then it's BPD. Is that right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta wait one more day just in case I get any last minute referrals, and then I'm doing a little referral stake.
Yeah.
Nice.
Push it to the limit.
All right, let me grab somebody out of the chat.
Plan ahead, guys. I mean, you probably should
Yeah,
make sure you have ETH that you have, you know.
Mexicans. Johnny No Good. Johnny No Good.
Ooh, nice, Johnny. Congratulations, sir.
Johnny.
Good.
Damn your integrity, DC.
Damn, you're
Damn, what, bro? Immutable.
What happened to my freaking doubloon? I had a doubloon over here. God damn it. Okay. I have to find something else.
It's cool. RG, your headphones have a green band to it, so it looks like you're having a hollow head.
Oh,
All right. So, all right. We're calling this Dlive and this YouTube. Dlive it is. Dlive it is. Dlive gets the third one. So I will once again pick another winner.
Oh, I thought we were doing 6. No?
Oh, I got 3 from the. Yeah, we did 6 today because I did the earlier ones. We've got the people that I have already pulled out of the hat for the Europeans, and now this one here in Dlive is gonna be Mystery Moji. Mystery Moji.
Congratulations, sir.
These are newer people. I've seen some of these names.
That's a Hexagon right there too. Mystery Moji.
My bad.
Yeah, we might have some. The one thing I can't stop is there might be some. I don't know. There might be some accounts in here.
So Johnny has won 2 times. That buttfucker.
GI Genesis Squid. He said Johnny has won 2 times. That buttfucker. and then here it comes after all that rug pull scam, fucking scam, fixed. The jig is in. They all every time after we pick, that's what it comes. So let me call out the winners. So the winners are from the Eurasia group. So for those of you who are doing the Twitter thing and you're outside of the country, and I can verify that, we have chosen Hexagon Dude. Hexagon Dude, you are a qualifier. Savannah, you got your qualification in, and Hex Luck. Hex Luck, Hex Luck. And then, of course, today's winner, Sinclair Crypto, Johnny No Good, and Mystery Moji. Congrats, everybody. I hope you guys, somebody gets that and stakes the shit out of it, and it changes your life. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all done, guys. Are you guys all done?
I'm
Can
done.
we be done tonight? I think
It's time to sleep, boys.
I fell with the Aussies next.
2 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the Aussies for a little bit. So if you guys want to go over there, I'll even host their channel. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Do they have Dlive yet, or they're just on?
I think they do. Let me try to find the channel.
Let's see.
Where the fuck is it?
Unread.
There it is. The Hex Late Show.
Yep.
They do have it?
It's on Wrecked Pirate. I think if he here, I'll put it in the private
Let me see. Unwrecked Pirate.
right there. It's in.
I see. Oh, did you put it in there?
Yeah, I put it in the private. That's on Rex Dlive.
Unwrecked. Okay, let me put it in here. See, I got it.
It won't be long before 24/7 somewhere on the planet there's a stream you can watch, so you could just have
Feels
content.
like already. Feels like it's kind of already
24/7.
happening.
It was pretty good.
So
Was
much
it a
stuff.
record for how many people watched? What was Richard saying about Hexo? 665
Oh,
live people.
unbelievable.
Today, that was today.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it was a
Unbelievable.
lot.
we were turning towards 500s at some point today.
It's awesome.
Ooh.
I've been getting higher numbers than usual, just without even really trying. 200 or 300.
RG, they want you to take your shirt off and show your chest.
Yeah, show me that chest, boy.
Show that chest.
Show the abs.
I ain't shirt, man. I ain't gonna
Got a
show 'em.
battleship on it. Got a bulldog, Marine Corps bulldog.
Boricua,
Let's see.
Morena, Dominicana.
They're not streaming. They're not streaming yet. What's going on?
Oh,
What
they're
time do
probably
they
waiting for us.
They
What's
do
that?
it late though, don't they? They're really late. And maybe they're a different time zone too, right? So they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have,
they're-
they don't
they're
have
the opposite
I
time zone.
mean,
Oh, they got the link up on YouTube.
Let me see.
Yeah, they started.
It's not showing up. I'm not seeing it on DLive.
maybe they're just not on DLive right now.
They're live on YouTube for sure.
Oh, they're
Oh,
showing-
they're just YouTubing it. Because I'm looking at they're not on the crypto page. Wow, look at that. Number 10, number 3, number 2. All right, everybody. Why don't you head on over to YouTube? Let me see. Oh, he said, yep. On DLive.
All right, man. I'm gonna sign out. I got some stuff I got to do too.
All right, guys. Gary, thanks.
All right, Jerry.
See you later.
Here.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, that's that. We will turn. I'm gonna head on over to day 43 OG and Unwrecked Pirates YouTube stream. You guys should too. If you want to hear some more, crap, get on over there. And we're gonna talk some more crap.
All right,
I got-
Captain.
Chatting with you,
We'll see you. We'll see you.
you
Have a
guys.
good one. Nope. Unwrecked. Okay. Have to fix that boy up.
The OA makes a bunch of dolphins! The OA makes a bunch of dolphins! All you got. 555. No dumb for you.
Oh, God, that was bad. That was horrible. That was fucking horrible. Oh. We're gonna lose followers for sure.